Greetings, ladies and gentlefish. This is Lord Chipmunk, and again, we're in the ARL 44. Now, I swear that I will stop putting up French Tier 6 replays eventually, but not quite yet. In fact, there's quite a few more to come. So you can see the matchmaking is decidedly hostile, and we're here on Derpenberg. So called because of the number of people that drown on this map. It is just ridiculous. Anyway, at the beginning, kind of a little bit indecisive about what to do. I start off heading over here. I'm going to go over to the 2 line and see what I can do. But I eventually end up changing my mind. I will do it eventually, swear to God. When I realise that everyone and their mother is coming over here, most of the team is heading this way, so, you know, I don't like the all-rushing one flank tactic, and I use the term tactic loosely, and that Rheinmetall Borsig looks, that gun is ridiculous. Anyway, got distracted. ARL says lemmings? Yeah, there we go. Anyway, I am going to change my mind. I was going to go up here and try and help out these guys down the 9 line. But some targets pop up and I think, well, you know, it'd be rude not to shoot them. They're there and everything. And, sorry, I should say, as you can see, I'm using the short 90mm gun. I take a shot there from that sneaky E25. E25 is like the tank destroyer version of the ELC AMX. It really is. It's such a sneaky little blighter. Anyway, it's this that makes me take a different route, because, well, I come down here to see what I can do. And the ELC will fire a shot like every 3 seconds. I get a high damage roll and put 300 through his face. And the angled front of an ARL, he's going to have to shoot me in the turret, and the gun on the E25 is accurate, but, well, he was struggling. I mean, the gun on the E25 is the same, like, standard 75mm gun, L70 I think it's called, that you've had on Tier 6 mediums, and the Stug, the Jagdpanzer IV, and all the rest of this jazz. It just has insane aiming time, accuracy, and rate of fire for a mental DPM on that machine, on the E25. And of course the E25 is less like an ELC AMX. It's just so fast and nimble, and anyway, I kind of want one. But, you know, we're not talking about that right now. And this is the curse of pretty much every 90mm gun I have ever used. They're not very accurate at range. They're really not long-range weapons. So when you have to take shots like this, they really can let you down. Now, this is not the most accurate 90mm gun available to the ARL. That would go to the long 90mm, but that thing has a horrific aim time. It's debatable which gun you'd use on this tank. Or you could always use the 105. Anyway, I digress. We put a bit of damage into that T150, we put a bit of damage into an E25. You know, when you're bottom tier, you do what you can, basically. You know, if you don't manage to rack up all of the damage ever, don't stress. Because you are probably not going to be the one carrying the game. Certainly there's no expectation on you to do so, because you're bottom tier, you're in an ARL and there are IS-3s around, you know. I take a bit of a risk here. I go along this side of the house because I don't want to be shot from the hill, you know, the 8-9 line, but I almost fall into the river here, which would be bad. You know, we're winning 5-3, the team wasn't bad, the team was pretty decent, to be fair to them. We haven't done a massive amount so far, we've done like 500 and something damage probably. Ooh, hello IS-6. Ooh, T21, much softer target. IS-6 can be a bit of a pain. There we go, 254 through his face, and now he's dead. And, you know, light tanks really can be a nuisance in my experience. I try for the IS-6, I shall fall short. I'm really not a fan of these American and French 90mm guns. I mean, this gun's alright in a Tier 6 game where you can get up close with the ARL, and that's really what you have to do with these kind of guns, but it's not really a long-range type weapon. And that's the problem I have with the 90mm guns that you get on the T20 and the Pershing. They're really up-close personal weapons on a tank that doesn't necessarily like being up-close and personal. But, you know, there we go. So we try and take a shot at this guy, and we take him out. So there's our first kill. It might even be our only kill this match, I honestly can't remember. But there's a kill anyway. It's only a Jagdpanzer IV, which in a tier 8 game is perhaps not the biggest threat in the world. I say perhaps, it's not the biggest threat in the world. But, you know, as I say, you're bottom tier, you do what you can. So we keep pushing up here, and no one really seems to be interested in shooting us. There's the E25 we saw earlier on. We're looking decidedly healthier than he is. Yeah. Push up here. Woo, what we got? So there's a Lerva and an IS-6 over there. Ugh. Both of which could have us for breakfast. But we outnumber them and we're pushing forward, and oh, hello, targets. So, ooh, IS-6. No, not IS-6, sorry, just IS. We take a snapshot. It missed. Well, them's the breaks. It's a long-range shot. I didn't really expect it to hit. It's like the dispersion on these 90mm guns is ridiculous. It's just lots. So if you're using it anything above point-blank range, it can be a bit of a pain. And ooh, a Lerva. I wonder if we can do anything to this guy. Well, I know we can. I own a Lerva, and the armour, the front of the turret's alright. The rest of the armour, yeah. So we try and aim for the lower plate. He suddenly realises we're here and we're tier 6 with a nice juicy kill, and oh, that is so satisfying. I'd forgotten about that. 679 or something through the front of a Lerva because we set him on fire, and either he didn't realise he was on fire, or he wasn't quick enough on the fire extinguisher, or he didn't pack one. If he didn't pack one, he's an idiot. And maybe this is a guy who's just bought a Lerva and he hasn't really played the game much, you know, I don't know. Lerva syndrome, as some people call it, and I think we actually get one more kill, and probably one more damaging shot in this game. We try and have a pop at the Tiger, but yeah, them long-range shots, and then the Tiger dies. That just leaves a Carnarvon and an IS-3, both of which are on really low health, and ooh, Carnarvon. Hello, Carnarvon. IS-3 is down. Come on, aim. Someone puts him on 9 health. And we secure that kill like a boss. But, as I say, bottom tier tank, you do what you can. And I think we racked up like 1700 damage in this game. Now, 1700 damage would be good in a tier 6 game. It's definitely good in a tier 8 game. Let's be honest, helped somewhat by the fire on the Lerva. But then, that was part luck, part judgment. Lerva has the engine at the front, or the transmission at the front, or whatever this game sets things on fire, there's some of it at the front. And so I just aimed for the lower plate. I hit it, went through, bazinga. This gun has about 170 pen, which is enough to go through the unangled lower frontal plate of the Lerva. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the replay, guys. Catch some of my other videos, and I'll see you another time. Ta-ra.